What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a Karen Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2026 Spring Battle Court Playoffs. Live from Jam Arena, tonight's first playoff game day will feature the number 2 seeded Cyclones and the number 3 seeded Fireballs. And with that, I'd like to welcome everybody back to another edition of this Spring 26 Battle Court season, and we've arrived at the playoffs. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you today's playoff doubleheader, the first part between the Fireballs and Cyclones. For those new to the Battle Court playoffs, the format is as follows. All 6 doubles teams will play as scheduled. The first one to win 4 matches will advance, and if we're tied 3-3, well, the higher seeded team gets to choose a tiebreaker. We've got Division 5 doubles starting now. To get us started, Lalu and Stan will take on Jedin and Unda.
Lalu starts off with a powerful serve as we begun. Rabote fired. And landing in. First point of the playoff goes to Jedin and Unda of the Cyclones. Jedin serves.
And came down to the last game day of the year for the Cyclones to get into this number 2 seed. They had a big game day, beat the Chargers 5-1 earlier this week on Tuesday to set up this matchup.
Here's the backhand by Stan. Rebote for Jedden. Jedden on the rebote. Lalu reaching back. Missed it on the forehand. 2 points in our first set for Jedden and Unda. Jedden has a serve. Definitely looked like communication after Lalu tipped it. He went back, talked to Stan.
And if backorder's reaching that far behind him, you don't have a good look at where the ball's entering the basket. It's very tough to make those catches.
Stan on the backhand. Rebote for Jedden. Dropping and scoring the first point for the Fireballs. Lalu and Stan. Lalu has a serve.
It's been a pretty quick pace to this match, and you're going to see that here. You got a Division V matchup where you got a higher-ranked player for the Fireballs up in the front court and the higher-ranked player for the Cyclones here in the back court. So there's a pretty clear strategy from both teams. Lalu and the Fireballs want to make some shots, and if you're Unda and Jedden, you want to play Stan as much as you can here in the back court.
Excellent catch by Lalu. Backhand thrown powerfully. Rebote coming out. Jedden eyes on the rebote. Plays it high and hard to the back wall. Lalu fires it to pass. Jedden on the move. Here's the backhand by Stan. Rebote forehand. Beautiful catch by Stan. Another rebote for Jedden. Stan on the backhand. Unda now on the right side. Powerful throw, low and hard. Rebote shooting out. Lalu makes the save. It goes to the inside, and Unda's there. Lalu with the catch. Forehand from the 6 to the outside. Caught
Got it.
by Jedden. Stan picks this up off the bounce. A well-played point by all 4 players. Lalu and Stan have 2 points, and we're all tied up.
And I'll tell you what, Stan already making an impact in this matchup. You know, if you have a higher-ranked front quarter, it puts a lot of pressure on the lower-ranked back quarter to make some tough catches and keep the team in these longer points. Credit to Stan there. That was a tough one on the bounce, picked it up on the left side, and a few throws later, the Fireballs tied up.
That's an ace by Lalu. 3 points for the Fireballs in the first set.
The most devastating serve on the roster. I mean, it helps these playing in some lower divisions. Last year, Lalu finished first in aces, and this season, going to finish first as well. That is his 26th ace of the year, and most of them coming down here in Division 5.
Right up the middle, Unda has it on the forehand. Stan overhead, makes the catch. Here's Unda. Lalu calls for the ball, makes the save. Big bounce brought down by Unda at the 8. Stan advances, backhand, wall to wall. Rebote forehand, powerfully thrown by Jedden. Rebote forehand, powerfully thrown by Lalu. Rebote is going to the inside. Jedden eyes on the rebote. Scoop by Stan.
And he's feeling it early, Stu.
Lalu calls for it. Rebote to the inside. Big bounce. Brought down by Unda. Lalu takes that hard ball in the air, left side. Unda coming out. Stan on the forehand, right up the middle. Caught by Unda. Beautiful catch by Stan. Rebote to the inside at the side wall. That will score. 4 points for Lalu and Stan of the Fireballs. Lalu has the serve.
Yeah, and we saw Unda all the way up in the middle of the service box there trying to save some rebotes. Throughout the season, we haven't seen a lot of success playing this 1-on-2. I mean, if the backcourter's all the way up in the front, encroaching on Jen's territory, well, Jen's got a good rebote. He's solid. He can make those saves. That's one of the strengths in his game. But then Unda's so far out of position on the next couple throws, and he's doing a lot of running here early in the first set. And not to mention, it's been 4 straight points for the Fireballs. I mean, they gave him the first 2, but they've certainly figured it out, hitting their stride early in this set.
Another powerful serve by Lalu. Stan, fine catch. Good backhand. Jedden looking for the rebote on the forehand. Sends it wall to wall on the outside. Lalu follows it. Placement to the inside. Scoop by Unda. Catch by Stan. Robote coming out. Unda's got it for himself. Stan, fine catch in the air. Robote for Jed. Wall to wall. Robote coming way out. Another one. Jed eyes on the Robote. Sends it wall to wall. Another one coming way out.
Oh, watch out. Oh, goodness.
Jed, cross court. Got to the ball, not able to make the play. Fine effort. That's 5 points. Impossible set point for Lalu and Stan of the Fireballs.
And nice job of the Fireballs, just keeping it away from Unda. Lalu's got such a big Robote that he can pass from either side and just about anywhere on the court. He was off his footing up at the 2, and he got it all the way back out to the 2 line for Jedden, where he just missed another Robote. And again, now that we've seen a few more misses from Jedden, that's going to put more pressure on Unda to try to step in and play hero ball, which, as he said, hasn't been the best recipe this season. That's
Robote by Lalu. Big bounce on the forehand of Unda. Unda. Outside placement will land wide. Point and set for Lalu and Stan. First set, 1-6-2. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set. Man, he threw that hard, huh?
No, he went for it. You know, the outside placement is there, especially against an aggressive front quarter like Lalu. I mean, his first thought every point is getting back to the inside along the side wall, try to help out Stan when he can. And inside of those first 2 points, I say it worked out pretty well for him. 6-2. Lalu and Stan take the opening set of the playoffs.
Now, Andrew, if I'm not mistaken, playoffs operate a little bit differently. Now, I know that we have 6 matches, well, actually many matches in front of us. But it's the best 4.
Yes, so basically how it works is it's like in the NBA and the NHL, they have these best of 7 series. So it's like a best of 7, if you will. The first team to win 4 matches will advance. However, because we have only 6 teams playing, if we are tied 3-3 after the 6 doubles matches have played, then we go to a 1-set tiebreaker, which will be chosen by the higher seeded team. So that's the importance of kind of like a home field advantage for the higher seeded teams. That's the equivalent here in Battle Court. So the Cyclones, being the 2 seed here, they got to choose a potential tiebreaker match if we need it, and they went with Division 4 doubles. That's how it was Jairo and Bradley against CRB and Ikeda. Makes sense. We'll get back to that a little bit later if we need, but that is the format today. Once one team wins 4 matches, then we're done. So then they will advance to the championship, and then we got another playoff number 2 beginning tonight at 7 p.m. That's the 1-4 matchup between the Chargers as the 1 seed and the Renegades as the 4 seed. Back over here in the cage after the first set. Lalu and Stan playing very well, as they have all year. I mean, 7-3 record in Division 5 doubles. They will be all-stars in that division, meaning the best record of the 6 teams. And we said the formats, Stu, we'll give you the slate as well, pretty important. Coming up next will be Division 4 doubles, CRB and Ikeda against Jairo and Bradley. Then we'll go to Division 1. Arutia and Nicholas will take on Inaki and Manu. Then Division 6, that'll bring out CRB and Stan against Jed and Bradley. Then Division 3, Arutia and Ikeda against Inaki and Unda. Then Division 2, Lalu and Nicholas against Jairo and Manu. And then if we need it, the 7th and the tie-breaking match will be CRB and Ikeda against Jairo and Bradley. Again, that is just a 1-set tiebreaker if we need it.
Jedden has made his serve. Second set has begun. Robote forehand. Lalu has it on the right side. Powerful throw, crossing the wall. Robote. Stan steps up, makes the catch in the air. Unda, backhand from the 9. To the corner, out to the Robote. Robote forehand, powerfully thrown by Lalu. Jed looking for it. Powerful backhand by Stan. Stan again. Ball to wall from the left side. Jedden looking for the forehand Robote. Plays another one. Swing wall to wall, Lalu. Eyes on it. Forehand Robote. 2 pass. Robote coming out. Jedden. Forehand Robote is tipped. First point of the second set goes to Lalu and Stan of the Fireballs. Lalu serves.
And I noticed on Jedden's first rebote attempt of the set, he barely got it to the 6 line. I mean, he's so focused on just making the rebote that he's not getting the usual power on it. So even if he's making the save, he's just feeding Lalu, just pressuring the Cyclones over and over again. And now that's, what, 3rd, 4th miss on the rebote for Jedden?
Serve to the outside, stopped by Unda. Lalu comes cross court, makes a fantastic catch, powerful backhand. Rebote coming on a high bounce. Jedden, wall to wall. Forehand rebote, tough one for Lalu. He sends it. Another one coming way out. Stan moves up, takes it in the air. Here's the backhand. Rebote, left side for Jedden. Makes a save. Lalu has the catch. Drop shot. Caught by Jedden.
Jedden's hobbled a bit.
Catch by Lalu. Powerful backhand. Rebote. Rebote forehand. Wall to wall by Unda. Split placement stopped by Unda. Light touch.
Look at Stan.
Read by Stan. Fine catch. Stan's been like flawless so far.
I mean, right from the start, after those first 2, he's been everywhere.
Lalu drops it in the corner. Unda looks for the rebote. Stands there. Good catch on the left side. Back to the inside. Unda's there.
Oh, they got him.
2-all. Lands in and scores. Jedden and Unda are on the board with the point. Jedden has the serve.
Well, it was very fortunate that the Cyclones were able to stay in that point and ultimately win it. I mean, Lalu had a forehand and threw the Dejada, which was probably the only thing that Jedden could get to. And if you're Unda, you know, that's a backhand 2-wall. It's not really a shot, but you might have to start mucking it up if you're Unda here and try to put points up on the board. I mean, you don't get points for playing classic or traditionally. I mean, you're just looking to get to 6 before your opponent, and there's everything on the line. If Lalu's going to be that aggressive and to the inside of the court as much, just throw the ball where your opponent's not. And we might see a couple more of those.
Stan advances to make the catch. Hard backhand. Passes the back quarter. Jedden for the rebote left side. Catch by Lalu. Powerful forehand. Unda takes off. Jedden moves into position. Stan, difficult catch on the left side. Backhand to the rebote. Low and inside. Lalu's on it, winding up. Pilos scores. 2 points for Lalu and Stan. Lalu serves. Lalu has not been going to the outside much. Did so there with some success.
Right, I was going to say, you know, it's a little bit riskier, too, because that really, if Unda is able to make this catch, I mean, he's in great position, and he's moving out that way, just somehow gets down and kind of loses his footing. But if he makes that catch, then Lalu's trapped inside. So, look, if I'm the Fireballs, I'd be very reluctant to throw a shot unless you know it's going to score. They've been doing very well in these long rallies, just sending it over Unda's head, and Jedden hasn't done much on the rebote to make you change up your game plan.
Stan on the backhand to the inside. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Jedden. Lalu calls for the rebote. Unda overhead. Great catch. Jedden, forehand rebote with control. Rebote forehand by Lalu. Powerfully thrown. Coming in low, Jedden makes the save. Lalu takes it on the bounce.
Oh, no.
Too much sidewall. That ball lands out. 2-2. Jedden serves.
And it's like that shot. There's space to the inside. Unda's moving out that way. He's in position to make the catch in the air. That's really the only place that they could lose the point, is if Unda makes the catch or that ball kicks out of play like it did there. Now that the shots, now 2 in a row, a couple haven't really worked out for Lalu. Maybe he starts to see him just pass, just play more conservatively, keep it inside.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Stan will take this on the bounce. Here's the backhand. Lalu, rather, Unda at the back wall. Stan, that's a tough catch in the corner. He plays this one high. Unda now from the 10 line. Rebote, rifle to the outside and scoring for Lalu. A third point for Lalu and Stan here in the second set. Lalu serves.
You don't mind that shot. I mean, if it's going to Jedden and Jedden only, that's okay. Not much of a point killer this year, Jedden up in the front. So Lalu's going off the rebote straight to the outside. And
throwing
right
hard,
feet,
too.
Very fast. Hard to make the adjustment and sneaks by. Fireballs take the lead back.
Really impressed with Stan thus far.
Man.
Powerful serve by Lalu.
And truthfully,
Stan on the backhand from the 9.
I feel like we've been saying that the last couple game days with Stan. He's been solid the last half of the year.
A fourth point for Lalu and Stan. Lalu serves.
I agree. But specifically today, these haven't been easy catches. They're coming at him particularly hard. His positioning has been excellent. Not one tip. Very well done.
It's been a flawless performance. I mean, talk about stepping up in the playoffs. I mean, there's a lot of pressure here, a lot of money on the line. Of course, you know, the glory and the championships and all that. Stan's already a champion, a former Cyclone, and he's taken it to his former team.
What a catch by Unda. Backhand. Unda on the rebote. Lalu cross court. Backhand from the 6 line. Wall to wall. Rebote coming out to Jedden. Jedden from the forehand. Wall to wall. Lalu calls for it. Eyes on the rebote. Shoots it inside. Unda stops it on the forehand. Karam will score. Beautiful Karam from the forehand of Unda of the Cyclones. Jedden serves. They have 3 points.
That's a big-time shot from Unda. I mean, you don't see a ton of Karams from the backcourt, but you will if you got the higher-ranked player back here, and they're down a few. I mean, this is a shot that will cut the deficit in half. Beautiful Karam there. And again, you see Lalu. His first 2 steps are back to the inside, so there just has to be a threat of a shot or something to keep Lalu out that way and open up some space here to maybe trip up Stan.
Here's Stan on the backhand. Clears the back quarter. Rebote for Jedden. Lalu calls for the rebote. Outside policeman caught by Jedden. Stan stops a difficult ball on the left side. Rebote. Stan, beautiful catch now at the 8. Powerful backhand. Clears the overhead screen. Jedden up the 2 line. Hooked it into the pad, and the pad is most definitely bad. 5 points for Lalu and Stan in the second set. Possible match point.
Yeah, I mean, look, Jedden's been under attack from the start. I mean, rebote after rebote. They are long coming all the way up to the 2 line. Keeping him off his toes, really good job. And just a good game plan by the Fireballs. I mean, they haven't been too aggressive. They've just trusted their guys, and Stan's been playing great. And Lalu's leading them to victory here. Just need 1 more point. Get on the board.
Excellent catch by Stan. Stan from the forehand. Stopped by Unda. Excellent catch by Stan again. Backhand into the corner. Rebote forehand. Wall to wall. Lalu looks for the rebote. Rebote laid up. Unda now looks for the rebote. Right up the middle. Stan takes it on the bounce on the forehand. Back to the inside. Unda with the catch. Low runner cut off by Lalu and a beautiful catch. Rebote coming out. Jedden on the rebote. Forehand rebote. Caught by Stan. Lalu has it on the right side. Rifles it to the inside. Unda for the rebote. He made the save. And what a catch by Lalu. Lalu on the catch. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Rebote, that rebound to the inside. Jedden had it at the sidewall. Difficult play. Lalu is there. Another hard backhand. Rebote coming out. Jedden again. Left side rebote. Back to Stan. He catches it in the air. Jedden. Forehand rebote. Caught by Stan. Here's the backhand. Wall to wall. Jedden looking for the rebote. Floater. Will score. That is point and a straight set victory for Lalu and Stan of the Fireballs, winning it 6-2, 6-3.
And the Fireballs strike first in the playoffs. What an impressive win there by Lalu and Stan. 6-2, 6-3. They get on the board first. Up next, we're going to Division 4 doubles. CRB and Ikeda will take on Jairo and Bradley.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
And let's check out that game day score. 1-0 in favor of the Fireballs. There you see the bottom row. Those are our standings this season. The Chargers as the 1 seed will take on the Renegades as the 4 seed in our second playoff. That begins at 7 p.m. tonight. Lalu and Stan over in the cage after that win. Let's hear from them. Congratulations, guys. And Stan, I mean, I was talking with Stu, and he said the last month of the season, we've just been raving about your play. You were flawless. I mean, to play a match like that in the playoffs, how are you feeling stepping out there?
No, feeling great. I mean, we knew this was our strongest, team on the division. We had to win this to start the game day, so came in motivated and happy for the win.
Yeah, and it seemed like just a lot of passing and trying to play Jed. What was the game plan up there for this one?
Yeah, I mean, Unda is obviously very dangerous with his right side. We knew we had to pass him. So all the game was playing in front on and making Jed and Rebot.
Awesome, guys. Well, very well played and a big win for your Fireballs. Good luck in your next matches. Thank you.
Thank you.
That guy can catch.
Oh, man.
I mean, both of them, but the one on the right of your screen, that is.
We got Division 4 doubles starting now, Stu. CRB and Ikeda will look to keep it rolling against Jairo and Bradley in this Division 4 matchup. Now, in the regular season, these two teams did split the series. CRB and Ikeda won the first matchup, and then Jairo and Bradley won the rematch a little bit later in the year. So we'll see here. I mean, look, if the Fireballs can take a commanding 2-0 lead, they got a Rutia Nicholas against Inakia Manu up next. That's a team for the Fireballs that's been very strong this year. Starting to believe that they could pull this one off. CRB's got the serve, ready to begin. Match number 2.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. CRB going a little bit more sidearm with that serve. It'll keep it away from the back quarter, but Jairo picks the serve, drop shot, scores on the second bounce. First point of this match goes to Jairo and Bradley. Powerful serve by Jairo, stopped by Ikeda. Jairo from the forehand. High and hard. Into the corner. Rebote left side for CRB. Bradley to the outside. Ikeda fine catch the 10 line. Forehand. Does not pass Jairo. Jairo sends it deep. Wall to wall out to the Rebote. CRB on the Rebote. It takes a bounce. Bradley's there. Ikeda at the back wall, forehand high to the front wall. Ikeda advances, makes that catch in the air. Forehand play to pass, clearing the overhead screen. Backhand by Ikeda.
Robote for CRB on the left side. That caught the top of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. A second point for Jairo and Bragley of the Cyclones. Jairo has the serve.
Now, it's going to be a very similar strategy for the Cyclones in this match than we saw from Lalu and Stan. They want to take Ikeda out of it and just blast Robote after Robote up to CRB. Now, CRB compared to Jedin, a little more of a threat offensively. We saw him do some damage to Arta and Ben last time out. They got CRB and Ikeda their second win of the year. So Jairo's got to be careful. He can't just lay up the Robotes like that. But again, a really good defensive player on his own.
Bragley, powerfully from the right side. Robote comes up the middle. CRB on the Robote. Back to the middle. Jairo, 2-all, is off the court. A point for CRB and Ikeda of the Fireballs. CRB has the serve.
Yeah, look,
as much talk goes on throughout the season about Jairo and his costado. He's thrown more successfully since the move, but
look,
that was a tough break.
The further outside you throw it, the more it opens up. That's not an uncommon miss.
Robote forehand by CRB, float into the backcourt. Bragley makes the catch. Bragley from the right side at the 8 line. To the outside. CRB, eyes on the Robote, swing and a miss. Third point for Jairo and Bragley. Jairo has the serve.
And throughout the season, Ikeda played nearly 63% of the balls in the backcourt on this team, which is one of the highest rates of any player on any individual battle court team. I mean, he's been handling the bulk of the work, keeping his team in these long rallies. We always say, I mean, Ikeda plays to the level of his competition. When he's an underdog, he just always exceeds expectations. But let's see, maybe in a matchup like this and not getting many opportunities might just be a little too much to overcome.
Here's the backhand by Ikeda. Bragley from the 10 line.
Yep.
Juggling is the call in the backcourt. A fourth point for Jairo and Bragley.
And look, not the most favorable matchup for the Fireballs, too, because of Bradley's power here in the backcourt. I mean, you get some backcourters who, they can't really pass consistently. Well, that's not Bradley. I mean, he can get it over your head from just about anywhere on the court from either side, too.
Beautiful serve by Jairo. Caught and return. Bragley on the catch. CRB left side. Here's the backhand. To the forehand of Bragley. Bragley powerfully. Out to the Robote. CRB's there. Bragley takes that on the bounce. CRB makes the Robote save. Bragley, excellent positioning, makes the catch. Lower and harder, and Ikeda's there, taking it on the bounce. Robote at the sidewall, thrown by Jairo. Ikeda looks to pass, out to the Robote. Powerful throw by Jairo. CRB alone. Puts it inside. Bragley with the scoop. Low and hard on the return. Jairo calls for it. Robote inside. Ikeda from the 8 line. Backhand. Dropping. Caught by Bragley. A fine catch. Strong return. CRB for the Robote. That clipped and lands out of play. 5 points and a possible set point for Jairo and Bragley, the Cyclones.
Cyclones have done a great job of just dictating the pace of these points. The Fireballs are in it and they're hanging around, but so many defensive throws. I mean, we don't really have that as a category, but I mean, it's just every Robote. CRB's laying it up. Ikeda's making catches from the 9 line to the back wall. Just not great opportunities to make shots. And when CRB has, it's been off the Robote.
A powerful serve by Jairo, stopped by Ikeda. Ikeda on the backhand. Robote, forehand by Jairo. Beautifully thrown, and what a catch by Ikeda. Bragley from the 9 line. That's coming all the way out. CRB to the outside, scoop by Jairo.
Carom by Jairo will score. Point and set for Jairo and Bragley. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set.
See, Jairo, I completely trust to throw that Carom with CRB standing right there. I know that CRB is safe. You sometimes hear me go, no.
Well, after making a particularly difficult catch, kind of came up on him, controlled it, and then a beautiful Carom to finish him off 6-1. And this is more of the Jairo and Bradley that we kind of expected at the beginning of the year. After the first 3 game days, Jairo and Bradley were 2-1. I mean, we felt like this team was going to finish like 7-3, maybe 8-2. I mean, I just figured they were going to mow through this group, and well, they ended up losing, what was it, 6 of their last 7, finishing just 3-7, and the only win they had came just a few weeks ago, back on April 22nd.
Looking at it from a, for those of you who are new to Battle Court, or if you know Battle Court, you know that Andrew looks at things in great detail, including statistically. Me,
of course,
just more of a 30,000-foot view as far as like the play is concerned. And Bragley was one of the biggest questions coming in over to the new court. He had a fantastic season last season at that court. And I was just curious as to, this court plays very differently. Many different nuances that doesn't even make sense to get into explaining how different it can be. But he's just done fantastic as far as this transition's been concerned. He did have a few game days where he was just off in terms of catching. But for the most part, this court has opened a whole new way of playing highlight to him.
And there was a stretch, too, for Jairo in the middle of the year. We were talking it was, 5 or 6 game days in a row where he hadn't won a doubles match, but he's turned it on as of late. I mean, he's won 3 out of his last 4 with Manu, and he's 1-2 in his last 2 matches here in Division 4. But still, I mean, much better stuff, and an aggressive Jairo, too. I mean, setting the tone, picking the first serve, and throwing a drop shot. All right, not really his game. Put the fireballs on notice, throwing some Caroms, throwing some 2-walls.
The Costello that
even
didn't work,
score,
but that
right.
It didn't. But it was only slightly out. I mean, it was where it needed to be thrown. His opponent wasn't standing there.
Yeah,
here's the whistle to start things off for our second set.
Yeah, and remember, these 2 teams split the season series. I think I misspoke. Jairo and Bradley won the first one pretty handily, and it was 6-3, 6-1. Then in the rematch, it ended up going to a 3rd set. Then 5-5 in the 3rd set, and then CRB and Ikeda won that last point. So again, it comes down to 1 point. CRB and Ikeda did win the rematch. But they're going to need a lot to come back in this one here. CRB will begin set 2 with control of the serve. And as we said, this is the tiebreaking match too. It's just a 1-set tiebreaker to 6, and the Cyclones put this team out there against CRB and Ikeda.
Fault over serve. Second serve, a must be good. Bragley advances to make the catch. High and hard of the front wall. Robote, that's the rebound off the back wall, comes out. CRB makes a save. It's a floater. Jairo has it. Scopes out the court, puts it inside. Ikeda with the scoop. That's beautifully done on the left side. Ikeda makes this catch in the air. Forehand to the inside. Passing Jairo. CRB on the catch. Fires it outside to score. First point of the second set to CRB and Ikeda. I have to make sure that my announcing is much more key, because you just know that particular one is definitely
that's going to make the
bound.
highlights too. And that's the best chance for the Fireballs to come back, is CRB has some offense. We talked about that. He's very athletic. He defends the outside well. Will Jairo keep his foot on the gas, or will he kind of hold up a bit? We'll see.
Robote forehand by CRB. Bragley puts it in the corner. CRB gets in there, makes a save. Jairo has it on the forehand. Cortada will score. Well done. 1-1. Jairo serves.
Ikeda just a little out of position there. The Robotes have been coming out a little more the last few weeks, so he doesn't need to be all the way to the back wall and protect. He can move up a few lines and get there before the second bounce on a Cortada, and also be able to save the Robote. We'll see if he adjusts moving forward, but that's well scoped out. A nice Cortada by Jairo to tie things up.
Beautiful catch by Ikeda off the hard serve by Jairo. Brackley winds up low and hard from the forehand, taken on the bounce by Ikeda. Brackley. Another powerful right side. Ikeda takes it in the air. Robote. Saved. Catch by Ikeda with a hop. Brackley fine catch on the left side. Big backhand. Wall to wall. Out to the Robote. CRB's there. Going for it. Just couldn't make it up to the front wall. Second point for Jairo. Brackley.
Yeah, and look, if I'm the Fireballs, I mean, maybe take a couple more chances. Even off the Robote, if CRB can get it, throw a shot, get it on the costado, and force Jairo to make a decision. Just can't let him be camping out to the inner third of this court because he'll kill you. He's got a great Robote,
Definitely.
big right side, and again, he's been gaining some confidence the last few weeks too, which is a dangerous formula.
Good hard serve by Jairo. Caught in the backcourt by Ikeda. Catch by Brackley. Ikeda off the wall, makes the catch on the left side. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 2-2. CRB serves. A first miss there for Brackley. He's been spot on so far.
Yeah, and really all it is, I mean, that was off the wall. He had it lined up to his right side and just off the frame.
Robote off the wall. CRB makes the save. Brackley to the outside. Powerful throw. Scoop by Ikeda. Jairo calls for it. Robote left side to the inside. Catch by Ikeda on the bounce. Jairo again calls for Robote. This one not coming out. That's a third point for CRB and Ikeda. CRB has the serve.
Yeah, that Robote didn't come out as much as Jairo expected. It just kind of floated in the backcourt. And he was there, just didn't arrive.
Powerful backhand by Brackley. Big bounce. CRB's on it. Went for the outside placement. Caught the pad. The pad is bad. 3-3. Jairo serves.
I mean, I don't fault the idea. You just like a little more of a shot with the execution. I mean, that one just caught the lower part of the pad. CRB's quick. He can get out there in position to make some of these saves and shots off the Robote, but that one just not it. Throughout the season, CRB and Ikeda, they've scored only 10 points off of winners. They've given up 46. I mean, they've just been getting killed by opposing front quarters all year, and this is a loaded group, and then an ace.
That's an ace for Jairo. 4 points for Jairo and Brackley. Jairo serves.
Jairo up there as well, top 10, his 13th ace of the year.
One of the most powerful right sides in all of the World Jai-Alai League. Ikeda with a great catch off the hard serve. Backhand. Caught by Brackley with a hop. Ikeda now at the 10 line. Forehand. Jairo stops at the 8. Wall to wall from the right side. Robote coming out. Hits the side wall. CRB makes a save. CRB to the outside. Jairo hard to the inside. Ikeda advanced and took it in the air. Keeps it on the wall. Tough for Robote. It's saved. Ikeda now from the 8. Jairo reaching up. Makes the catch. Robote for CRB. He sends it back to the inside, and Jairo's there. Ball stays inside. Beautiful throw by Ikeda. Ikeda now on the forehand down low. Another beautiful forehand by Ikeda. Robote stays on the wall. Jairo makes the save. Ikeda with the catch at the 7. Low and hard to the inside. Bragley, phenomenal catch with the forehand. Robote save by CRB. He gets the bounce. CRB, forehand Robote to the right side of Bragley. Coming in hot and fast and scoring. A 5th point for Jairo and Bragley here in the second set. Possible match point.
And a timely 3-point run to get it to a possible match point here. Now look, this is the team the Cyclones chose to send out in the event we're tied 3-3 and we need a tiebreaker. And look, Jairo and Bradley only 3-7 this year. CRB and Ikeda just 2-8. But to your point, Stu, I mean, you can't worry too much about the records. You got to worry about the people. And Jairo has just been dominating the matchup like we've expected, and Bradley's been really good behind him.
Well, the Jairo CRB matchup is an interesting one.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Ikeda will take that on the bounce. Forehand from the 9. Robote, floater. Fire to the inside by Jairo. Here's Ikeda again. Ikeda sends it back. Bragley makes the catch. This time to the outside. CRB for the Robote. On the move. Makes the save. Jairo has it on the forehand. Karam. Stop by CRB on the backhand.
Oh.
That scores. That's a 4th point for CRB and Ikeda. CRB has the serve.
Yeah.
Yes, there is no passing in Jai-Alai. I don't know if we've ever discussed that.
No, the
Can't pass him from one player to the next.
And it's got to get a little uncomfortable now for Jairo and Bradley. I mean, that was a really good opportunity and not a great carom thrown by Jairo. Oh, boy, now 5-5.
That's an ace for CRB. That brings us to 5-5 in the second set. So possible set point to force a 3rd set for the Fireballs. Possible match point for the Cyclones.
Oh, and I can imagine if Jairo can get assessed on it, he may go for this ball. Big first serve here for CRB, and that's good.
Bragley down low. Big right side by Bragley. CRB looking for the Robote. Sends it back. Bragley on the catch. CRB for the Robote again. Left side. Jairo takes it on the bounce. Hard throw, crossing the wall. And scoring for the win. Point in a straight set victory for Jairo and Bragley, Cyclone.
Got dicey there at the end, but Jairo and Bradley do close it out. 6-5. A straight set victory to tie up this playoff. 1-1 heading to Division I doubles. Arrutia Nicholas will take on Inaki and Manu. Take a look at some replays from match number 2. A lot of right side here from Jairo, and there was a really good cortada. You see the second bounce before Ikeda could get up to it. Lotte here, CRB left side, trying to go for a shot. But then Jairo in position, he cuts it off. Right back at him. Again, forcing Ikeda to stay deep, protecting the Chick-Chack and the Chula. Kind of open up the space, and there's the game day score now, 1-1. Through the first 2. Reminder, it is a best of 7. The first team to win 4 matches will advance to the championship. Right now, 1-1 with match 3 on deck. We've got Jairo and Bradley over in the cage. Let's hear from them after they just tied up the game day. Well played, guys. Congratulations. Straight set victory to even things up. Bradley, what was the game plan stepping out against the CRB Ikeda team?
Just throw the pass, keep it away from Ikeda, and just make it difficult for them. Give it everything we had.
Yeah, and Jairo, for you, I mean, we talked about some of the struggles midway through the season, but you've just been great the last month as you're heading into the playoffs. Where is your confidence, and how good do you feel if it comes down to this team in a tiebreaker?
I mean, we know that with these balls, we can do a lot of damage. So for us, it's a turn-up.
Awesome, guys. Well, a great win there. Good luck in your next matches later in the game day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, what a fun one we got here, Stu. Division I doubles and two of the best teams in this division as well. Urrutia and Nicholas, 7-3 record in the regular season. They will take on Inaki and Manu that finished atop this division at 8-2. These two teams did split their season series. Inaki and Manu won the first one. That was back on February 18th. And then Urrutia and Nicholas won the rematch rather decisively, 6-3, 6-2 in straight sets. That was back on March 3rd. So it's been almost 2 months since we've seen these teams play. See what they got here in the playoffs.
Urrutia serves, we begin. Low runner to the inside, scooped up by Nicholas at the 10 line. Manu, backhand from the 9. Nicholas moves in. Manu from the corner keeps it inside along the wall to the backhand of Nicholas. Rebote forehand. Urrutia steps in, backhand, powerfully thrown. Urrutia to the inside hard, caught near by Manu. Manu wall to wall from left side on the side wall. That rebote is not played. First point of the first set goes to Inaki and Manu of the Cyclones.
No, these are four of the best players in the league stepping out here in this Division I doubles match. I mean, two very explosive front quarters. Urrutia is just a blur. I mean, he's got great offense, but his athleticism and defense is almost unparalleled. And then you got Inaki. How about his shot making the last couple weeks? I mean, Inaki has turned it up the last month. Cyclones have gone on a good run here. He's in great form heading into these playoffs.
Urrutia picks the serve. Gustavo 2-all lands in and scores. 1-1. Urrutia serves.
And the guys behind him, Stu, not too bad either. How about Nicholas first in catch rate this year, 97.6%, and Manu second in catch rate at 97.5%. I mean, these are two guys that can just stand back there all day long and make catches. But you got the front quarters up there that can make some offense, like Urrutia. That can totally change up this game, and it was a big reason why the Fireballs won one of those two. Urrutia was fantastic in that.
Rebote left side by Urrutia, kicks to the inside. Manu looking for it, makes the save. Urrutia attacks, winds up. Splitter caught in the air by Inaki. Inaki makes sure that it's safe, drops it in and scores. Well done by all four players. 2 points for Inaki and Manu. Inaki serves.
Yeah, very similar numbers in terms of kills for these teams. Inaki and Manu converted 36 this season. Urrutia and Nicholas scored 40. But the difference is in the defense, where Inaki and Manu have only given up 26, and Urrutia and Nicholas have given up 40. Shows you that Urrutia is willing to take a little more risk, put himself maybe in some not great spots, but he's going to go for it, and he'll push the pace in this one.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Rebote or Inaki to the inside. Urrutia takes that off the wall right on the tip. Urrutia calls for it. Rebote high and inside, and Manu is there. What a bullet thrown by Manu on the left side. Manu again. Rebote left side. Passes the front quarter. Manu takes it on the bounce in the back court. Manu powerfully to the corner. Nicholas stops it in the air. Rebote. Rebote left side by Inaki for the bounce. Nicholas passes. Rebote for Inaki. Powerful rebote by Inaki. Urrutia looking for it. Fires it back. Manu is there. Low bullet to the inside. Nicholas plays the rebote. Caught by Inaki. Drop shot. Inside placement, rather, by Inaki.
Manu, what a catch. Rebote forehand by Urrutia. Caught by Manu. Excellent catch by Manu. Here's the backhand. Excellent catch by Manu again. Forehand, wall to wall, rebote coming out. Urrutia fires it inside to the left side of Manu. Backhand, 2-wall, caught in the air. Karam, stopped by Iñaki. Carambola, stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas passes. Rebote is missed. What a point played by all 4 players again. This point goes to Urrutia and Nicholas of the Fireballs.
Well, at this level, the misses just get magnified a little bit more, and it's not a great drop shot by Iñaki, which sets up this point. And then the backhand 2-wall for Manu. Well, you give it to Urrutia on the forehand. It's dangerous. He makes the pick right here, comes back over the top. There's not much Iñaki can do with it. And then he goes high, passing, and then that's why you want to catch the ball in the air whenever possible. The rebote is not a sure thing, even for these guys.
Fault, underserve. Second serve, must be good.
And not only that, you're sacrificing so much control. But for these guys, you know, they can throw shots sometimes as well, catching it in the air or off the rebote. Just always have to be careful.
Good second serve for Urrutia. Powerful backhand. Urrutia gets in there to make the save, keeps it close. Iñaki, great catch at the side wall. Here's Nicholas, forehand from the 9. Iñaki takes it in the air, backhand. Right to the corner, Nicholas is there. Manu pulls it from the wall, keeps it on the wall. Rebote, forehand, it was dying. Will that stay in? The answer is yes. Third point for Urrutia Nicholas. Urrutia serves.
I'll tell you what, high-level play, you're going to see a lot more balls close to the side wall. That was a difficult rebote. Pretty much all Urrutia could do was send it outside, and it landed just in.
Yeah, he put his hand up basically.
He was apologized. Like,
yeah.
I wasn't trying to do that, but I'll take it.
It's a show of respect.
Yeah.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good.
It's like in tennis. If the guy hits the net and it just creeps over, they usually give a little hand up and say, you know what, wasn't trying to do that. I apologize.
Is that what that is? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not really a tennis watcher. But I'm always watching highlights.
That's shocking. I'm always, yeah.
Low runner by Manu, scooped up by Nicholas. Backhand to the inside, taken off the wall by Manu. Manu with a powerful, powerful backhand. Urrutia sends it straight back, passes the back quarter back to the side wall. Iñaki's there. Urrutia lost his footing on the catch. A third point for Iñaki and Manu. Iñaki serves. We're tied up 3-3.
Oh, yeah. That hasn't been the first time Urrutia has lost his footing this year. I mean, he takes such quick steps and he just loses his footing. Yeah, it really is. Wow, 3-3 though. Trading a miss. Now for Iñaki, a little bit of a different serve. I mean, he'll go higher and try to get it over the backquarter's head, but here in doubles, he'll just cross the side wall and simply keep it away from Urrutia.
Keeping it away from Urrutia is definitely on his mind.
That's the goal, and that's a perfect serve.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Manu's there. Manu powerfully keeping it low to the inside. Rebote, forehand, powerfully thrown by Iñaki. Manu overhead. Picada. Urrutia cuts it off, fires it inside, but it's caught in the air by Manu. On the wall the whole way into the basket. Manu again, backhand. Powerful backhand by Nicholas. Rebote coming out. Iñaki, forehand rebote, straight back, and caught in the air by Nicholas. Manu advances, backhand from the 7, low and hard, caught by Nicholas. Iñaki over the top,
Great catch by Nicholas. Back to the inside he goes. Iñaki, rebote. Urrutia takes it in the air. Back to the inside. Does not pass. Manu, what a catch. What a catch now by Nicholas. Nicholas keeping it high. Rebote to the left side of Manu. Nicholas, powerful backhand from the 8. Rebote for Iñaki. Iñaki again. Nicholas, forehand from the 7 line. Plays it back. It passes wall to wall. Iñaki for the rebote. Rebote save. That's in play. Iñaki has it on the right side. And he scores on the return. 4 points for Iñaki and Manu of the Cyclones. Iñaki serves.
Well, just a backcourt frenzy here. I mean, both Manu and Nicholas making great catches to keep their teams in the point, and then it's just a subtle fake on the carom that pulls Nicholas outside, opens up the space, and Iñaki finds it. 4-3. This has been an awesome match so far.
No question about it. I hate to use the phrase next level, but it is a next level of highlight play when you look at where they're trying to put the ball when they're throwing. There's no just willy-nilly throwing. They're either on the defensive and they're getting it back, or they're literally trying to place it within about a foot of the player, but out of his reach.
Yeah.
There's the backhand by Nicholas. Rotate forehand. Powerfully thrown by Urrutia. Iñaki all the way up to the 2 line. He throws it wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Urrutia, eyes on it, sends it inside, dropping. Manu makes the save. Going to the outside. Nicholas reads it, stops it on the bounce. Forehand to the cross.
Oh,
scooped up by Manu. What a powerful backhand. This is Urrutia's on it. 2-all. It's out. 5 points for Iñaki and Manu of the Cyclones. Possible set point.
I mean, Stu, we've seen Manu do it now for almost 10 seasons, and it's still just amazing to watch. His ability to catch the ball within 4 inches of the side wall is better than just anybody on this roster. Doesn't matter where it's crossing, how fast it's coming in.
And then when
he's such a complete player.
And then occasionally he lofts it back, which he has the size and ability to do, to throw it wall to wall. And then he occasionally throws bullets, and you see those bullets coming low on the side or lower on the sidewall.
So intentional with every throw.
No question about it.
And then, too, I mean, Manu keeps it right on the side wall.
Nicholas on the catch, backhand, powerfully thrown, passes. Manu, Iñaki for the rebote. Catch by Nicholas. Powerful backhand again, rebote coming out. Iñaki, forehand rebote, fire to the inside, and Nicholas is there. This one on the wall, and Manu is there. Manu launches this backhand, Urrutia for it. Low and hard on the rebote, Manu stops it. Catch by Nicholas. Nicholas at the 8 line, backhand, low, and picked off by Manu. Iñaki calls for the rebote, sends it back. Nicholas with a reach, makes the catch. Rebote forehand by Iñaki, caught by Nicholas. Nicholas hard to the inside, scoop by Manu. A powerful, powerful backhand caught in the air by Nicholas. Rebote forehand. Nicholas again. Manu on the right side. Urrutia, that took off and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. Point and the first set for Iñaki and Manu of the Cyclones. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
Well, pretty incredible what Iñaki and Manu have been able to do across the last 3 seasons. I mean, they paired up together for the first time back in season 7. So that was last spring. 26-5 is their record in their 31 matches played across the last 3 seasons. I mean, it's really just incredible. Inaki and Manu finished last season undefeated in the regular season at 9-0. The one match that they didn't play, they forfeited. So that was the only blemish. And then you get to the playoffs, this team is still strong. However, if you're looking for something for the Fireballs, well, of those 5 losses for Inaki and Manu, the only player that has beaten them multiple times is Urrutia up in the front court. He did it with Nicholas once, and he did it with Arats behind him the other time. So Urrutia definitely has the ability and the skills to do it. Again, the shots just weren't there in the first set. I mean, a bunch of unforced errors, one going out, that last rebote kicking up in the overhead screen. Just too many mistakes, a match of this level. And again, Urrutia and Nicholas this season, we said the first matchup was really all Inaki and Manu. I mean, it went to a 3rd set. Inaki and Manu did win 6-4, and then the rematch was just complete domination by the Fireballs. I mean, 6-3, 6-2 against Inaki and Manu is probably one of the more impressive victories that you could possibly add to a resume, and Urrutia and Nicholas have that. So we'll see. They're very confident. These are the 2 strongest players on this Fireballs team. They've been playing great all season long. Now it's a big moment to step up and try to turn this game day around. Look, I mean, just to be honest, too, and looking at the game day, the Cyclones, as the higher seeded team, they definitely have a little bit of an advantage. And you look at the matchups in some of the betting lines, they are a favorite. But the Fireballs can totally flip this game day if Urrutia and Nicholas can win. I think everyone in the world is counting on Inaki and Manu for the Cyclones, but this would be a huge upset. I mean, not a huge upset, but still an upset, and would totally flip this game day in the Fireballs' favor. We'll see if they can do it. They need 2 sets in a row against Inaki and Manu, which that is not an easy task.
We are ready to begin our second set. Urrutia will have the serve for the Fireballs.
And the 2 wins for Urrutia against Inaki and Manu were both in straight sets, so not going to happen this time.
Powerful backhand by Manu, caught beautifully by Nicholas. Manu to the outside, has it on the right side. Rebote forehand by Urrutia, passes Manu. Inaki for the rebote. Nicholas advances, takes it in the air on the left side. Manu from the 8. Rebote forehand, sidearm by Urrutia. Here's the backhand by Manu, low runner. Taken off the wall beautifully by Nicholas. A hard backhand follows. Rebote forehand by Inaki. Urrutia on the rebote, plays it high. Manu advances, takes it in the air at the 7. Manu from the 9 line to the inside. Manu again, backhand from the 9, wall to wall. Rebote forehand is missed at the 2. First point in the second set goes to Inaki and Manu. Inaki serves.
It's mistakes like that Fireballs really can't afford.
You know, it's got to be frustrating, too, for Urrutia because there's been a number of unforced errors now. I mean, the last 2 rebotes he's thrown have both been missed, one in the screen and when I see that, you see one just go way high and then another one where it doesn't even go in the basket, he's thinking about it a lot, and he's worried about the timing. And when Urrutia's on his game, I don't think he's worried about any of those small details. He's just playing highlight and doing what he's done his whole life. I know a thing or two about overthinking, Stu. I can talk to you about that after.
I hadn't noticed. Here's the backhand. Caught by Nicholas. Backhand to the inside. Nicholas goes into the corner. That ball's on the wall. Great save.
That's a creative save.
Urrutia is attacking. Tries to take the ball on the bounce up. Way difficult play. That point goes to Inaki and Manu. This is so difficult to do if you're not in communication with your backcourt and you are handling it solo. I don't know that he knew where Nicholas was, but
he wanted it badly too.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, after a couple misses, I mean,
well, we've seen Urrutia at the 1.5-2 line. I mean, it's
I mean,
kind of like looking down the barrel of a gun.
he's pushing now.
Here's Nicholas on the catch. Backhand to the inside. Manu chooses the rebote.
So
Nicholas
patient.
takes it on the bounce. Iñaki, left side rebote. Nicholas on the bounce at the 8. Powerful forehand. Coming out. Low runner. Manu passes on the scoop, goes for the rebote. He makes the save. Nicholas comes moving in. Here's the backhand to pass.
And the Cyclones are so creative, even on these difficult rebote saves, they're putting a bounce on it, so Urrutia is unable to just attack.
Yeah, you don't want to make it.
No.
You don't want to make it easy. Urrutia going for the catch on the right side has a tip ball. 3 points for Iñaki and Manu. Of the Cyclones, Iñaki serves.
And when he's got a golden opportunity like that, the first thing that comes to mind is he's probably takes his eye off of it, thinking about the shot. Oh, no. I mean, just a miss. I mean, hand on the hip. He just can't believe it. Just the way he's played all year long. He has been a big reason why the Fireballs have made it to this point. I mean, 7-3 here in Division I. He's 5-5 with Ikeda down in Division III. It just hasn't been his day, but still time left. I mean, only halfway to winning this set are Inaki and Manu. And Urrutia very capable of going on a run. He just needs to see one go in the basket. He needs to make a good play to get back in it.
Manu makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Low and hard on the inside. Nicholas to the back wall. Rebote forehand by Iñaki. Catch by Nicholas up high. Nicholas has this one at the 9 line. Backhand to the inside. That ball's on the wall all the way to the 10 line where Nicholas stops it. Backhand by Manu. Rebote for Urrutia. Rebote passes. Out to the rebote for Iñaki. He fires one. Out to the rebote. Urrutia sends this one straight back.
Great communication.
Nicholas powerfully from the right side. Manu with the catch. Backhand. Urrutia. Difficult rebote. Right up the middle. Iñaki. Eyes on the rebote. To the inside it goes. Catch by Nicholas on the bounce. Low runner. Scoop by Manu. Rebote coming out. Urrutia. Left side rebote. Fired inside. Caught in the air by Manu. Iñaki on the backhand.
Oh, what a catch.
Rebote for Urrutia. He fires this one wall to wall from the right side. Tough one for Nicholas. He makes the save. Iñaki moves in, rifles it outside, a little too far outside. A point for Urrutia and Nicholas in the second set. Urrutia has the serve. Iñaki wanted that one bad.
No, he did, and it was such a difficult catch coming at him that he just didn't need to go outside with it. And at one point, you know, 4-0 and 3-1. It's a huge difference, especially down a set, too. Now starting to believe that they can really do it, and that is exactly what they needed. An unforced error by the Cyclones, which doesn't happen very often, settle them down. Now Urrutia's got the serve, see if they can do some damage. Oh, my.
Beautiful serve by Urrutia, stays in. Urrutia now forehand rebote. It passes. Iñaki on the rebote. Hard to the inside. Ball tipped in the backcourt. A fourth point for Iñaki and Manu of the Cyclones. Iñaki serves.
And Urrutia is starting to throw the ball a lot harder. The only issue with that is at this level, all these guys can catch up to 150, 160. It doesn't really matter, and the faster you throw it, well, sometimes it might be easier for Manu or Iñaki to catch, depending on the positioning.
That has been the case with Urrutia. We've seen this before, throwing low and hard to the inside when Manu's there. Manu's not even scooping. He's stepping up and catching it low.
And also with a little more bounce, if Manu's not 100% certain, he's just playing the rebote. I mean, he's just under total control here in the backcourt.
Nicholas on the backhand, low to the inside. That scores 2 points for Urrutia Nicholas. Urrutia has the serve for the Fireballs.
Sorry, Manu. It was coming. I mean, we've been talking him up so much.
That's his first miss, I believe.
I think the first one of the day, and he has made 20 fantastic catches. But again, on the bounce, you're going to see a few more misses. You were talking about Manu catching it in the air that time. Touch the floor, you see a miss.
Hard serve by Urrutia. Hard throw by Manu. Iñaki, left side, backhand, low and hard. Caught by Nicholas. Manu takes that off the wall beautifully on the left side. Nicholas deep in the backcourt. Iñaki midcourt, backhand to the inside. Manu will go wall-to-wall rebote coming out. Powerful forehand rebote by Urrutia back to the inside. Scoop by Nicholas. He settled that well. Manu looks for the rebote. Difficult one at the side wall. Scoop by Manu. Nicholas comes over the top, back to the inside, crossing the wall. Manu's there. Pika. Oh, what a catch by Urrutia. Backhand does not pass. Nicholas on the catch, backhand. Manu takes that in the air. Beautiful catch overhead by Nicholas. He keeps it inside. Rebote for Iñaki.
Oh.
What a catch by Nicholas off the hard throw by Iñaki. It's out there. Manu makes the save to the outside.
Oh.
It lands in and scores. What a shot.
Oh, my.
5 points for Iñaki and Manu of the Cyclones. Here in the second set, possible match point.
And Manu is a lockdown defender with the ability to kill you from the backcourt as well. I mean, we've seen it in singles. That is just an insane rebote. He's got no space because he's tight to the side wall. You know, Urrutia is not thinking it. I don't think any of us were thinking that. I don't know if anybody in the world was expecting the outside placement. Manu just has a knack for throwing the perfect shot at the perfect time. I mean, he sees the court so well. His vision is incredible. And I feel like we've been doing a lot of talking about Manu and Iñaki. I mean, just playing his role, doing everything he can to keep Urrutia at bay. Fireballs haven't been able to get anything going.
Excellent serve by Iñaki. Big backhand by Nicholas. Nicholas from the forehand. Low and hard. Manu's there. Manu blasts this backhand into the corner. Urrutia is there. He passes. Rebote for Iñaki. Nicholas calls for it. Forehand. Iñaki, rebote left side. Nicholas advances. Manu on the backhand from the 8 line. Low and hard and not much coming out. Urrutia made the catch and he scored on the return. It's a 3rd point for Urrutia, and Nicholas Urrutia has the serve for the Fireballs.
Yeah. Quick shot coming to the outside. The Cyclones just didn't communicate. I mean, Manu was moving that way. See how quickly this rebote comes up on Urrutia. He goes outside. Manu's running with it, but he doesn't know if Manu's going to be there. So Iñaki reaches up, and it's a tip ball.
Excellent serve by Urrutia. Caught and returned by Manu. Rebote by Urrutia to the inside. Manu's there. Rebote left side. Scoop by Manu. Urrutia with a hop. Backhand from the 7. Straight to the back ball. Out to the rebote. Rebote fired wall-to-wall from the forehand of Iñaki. Urrutia on it. Manu, quick scoop. Over the top. Urrutia makes the catch. Kosti. Caught in the air by Manu. Manu will go wall-to-wall. Rebote coming all the way out. Nicholas on the catch. Backhand from the 6. Keeps it inside. Manu with a tip ball. That is 4 points for Urrutia and Nicholas. Urrutia serves.
I was going to say, if you want to see a backcourt take over a match, just put the tape of Manu on this one and just watch it on repeat. He is doing all he can, but still at this level, Fireballs are very capable. Putting one right on the side wall, and he is human. Still 2 chances to win the match right here. As we said, too, for the Fireballs, I mean, it feels even more important for them, and that's why they're pushing so hard. Not only need to win this set, but the next one.
Powerful serve by Urrutia. Rebote by Urrutia to the inside. Manu's there. He takes it in the air. Backhand. Thrown powerfully. Urrutia gets in there to make the save. Iñaki on the catch. Nicholas keeps it alive. Backhand from the 8. Rotate left side by Urrutia. Caught in the air by Manu. Forehand rebote by Urrutia. Stopped by Manu. Manu will go wall to wall from the left side. Rebote all the way to the 2 line. Fired sidearm and scooped up by Manu. The backhand 2-wall to finish things off will score. Point set and match to Iñaki and Manu, taking it in straight sets. 6-3, 6-4.
And how about that? The last 2 points for the Cyclones are kill shots for Manu from the back to win it. Take another look at this. Rebote coming out, Urrutia. I mean, this is rifled in. Tough scoop. Backhand 2-wall. And that gets the Cyclones the win. 6-3, 6-4. They take a 2-1 lead here in the playoffs.
Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there. Blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop
what an
by
amazing
Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one.
Game day score reflecting that win by the Cyclones. Iñaki and Manu coming up clutch for the Cyclones as they have for the last 3 seasons now. Looks like they're over in the cage ready to go. Let's hear from our winners, Iñaki and Manu. Congratulations, guys. What a performance that was, knocking off one of the top teams in Division I doubles. Manu, what was the key to that victory?
Don't miss the ball. Try to catch one more. You know, classic, old school classic. No, we know that Urrutia and Nicola, they are a very good team, one of the best team. But I think that Iñaki and Manu is a pretty good team. So we compete and we're happy with the win.
I agree. That's a good team too. I agree.
Yeah, I would say that too. 27-5 over the last 3 seasons. Iñaki, what has it been like playing in front of Manu?
Wow, that's a nice record. I didn't know.
Yes, it is.
I mean, playing with Manu is easy. I don't make any mistake and wait until I find an opportunity in the early numbers, and that's it. Play simple, and I'm happy playing with him.
Awesome, guys. What a performance.
Great job.
there. And more importantly, you got the lead 2-1. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
All right, going over to Division 6 doubles up next. And, oh, we got a fun one, Stu. A CRB Jed matchup in the front. Well, CRB and Stan will represent the Fireballs, and it's Jedden and Bradley for the Cyclones. CRB and Stan, 5-5 in the regular season. Jedden and Bradley, 6-4. These 2 teams played very competitive matches and did split their season series. Jedden and Bradley looks like they won the first one back on March 3rd, and then CRB and Stan came back with a straight set win on March 18th. So again, it's been over a month and a half almost since these teams have matched up. Things have changed. Teams have changed. We'll see what happens here. And look at the amount of players out there on the court. The Fireballs know what's at stake here.
We're ready to begin our next match. CRB has a serve. CRB serves. We begin. Fault. Over serve. Second serve must be good. Bradley from the 7 line. Wall to wall. Rebote floating. CRB makes a save. Light touch to the inside. Bradley's there.
Bragley powerfully from the forehand. Back out to the rebote. CRB makes the save. Bragley again on the bounce from the 7 line. CRB, rebote. Bragley's there. Forehand. Low and hard. And scooped by Stan. Bragley at the 8. Bragley reaching way up high to make the catch. Hard forehand on the return. Stan, backhand from the 8. Bragley again. Ball tipped at the side wall. First point of this match goes to Jedden and Bragley of the Cyclones. Jedden has the serve.
Well, Bradley normally known for his power, but showing great touch right there, putting that one right on the sidewall as it was crossing back down. And look, Stan has been on fire today. I mean, even in that first point, making a couple good catches. If you're going to test one of these two, it's CRB and as deep in the backcourt as possible. I mean, that was back at the 7 line. Perfectly done by the Cyclones.
Here's the backhand by Stan. Caught up high by Bragley. Stan from the 10 line. Bragley on the right side. Scoop by Stan. Rebote for Jedden. Jedden, forehand rebote. CRB will take on the left side, flip it up. Bragley makes the save. CRB winds up. Does not pass Bragley. Bragley from the forehand, wall to wall and out to the rebote. Rebote forehand by CRB. Back to Bragley on the right side. Scoop by Stan. Big backhand follows. CRB on the scoop. The 2-all is out. 2 points for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves. Hey, this ball off the rebote. See how it went right by Stan there?
Yeah.
It was remarkably close.
The 2-all there by CRB, you see, it's just a little wide, but even still, Jedden is standing right there and reading that the entire way. Look, Jedden struggled in his first match just on rebotes, and he's not much of a, doesn't have many offensive shots off there too, so if you're the Fireballs, just pass. You don't want to play Bradley at all because he can kill you with his power.
Big backhand by Stan. Rebote coming out. Jedden on the move. He makes the play on the wall. That's a tough one, and it will score. Well done by Jedden. 3 points for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
Yeah, that's a tough one for anybody. That had a huge bounce, just cleared the screen, and it came down at a sharp angle. It was coming right back up off the floor. Stan knew it, just couldn't make the play.
Here's Stan on the backhand from the 7. To the corner it goes. Jedden for the rebote. On the left side. CRB makes the catch. Backhand. Caught by Bragley. Bragley from the 7 line. Powerfully. A forehand goes to the rebote. At the side wall. CRB makes the save. Here's Jedden. Ball tipped in the backcourt. A 4th point for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves. Stan's, again, been flawless, but once you start reaching behind you, now the problem there is he saw how far CRB was. Yeah, it's like, I got to reach behind me to get this ball because, again, communication being key there. That's when you see that back wall coming and you're reaching behind, it's like, you.
Yeah. There was no you.
There was
no. It was all Stan.
And CRB
That's why I went for it.
CRB was thinking about something up there. A fine serve by Jedden. Backhand by Stan. Jedden on the rebote. CRB makes the catch in the air. Backhand to Bragley. Big right side. Rebote coming out. CRB, forehand rebote to pass.
at the sidewall. Tough one. That will score. There'll be no shutout here in the first set. CRB and Stan on the board with a point. CRB has a serve.
Yeah, not only was Bradley scrambling, then the rebote was right on the sidewall as he tried to play it and continue the rally. You see CRB here, again, not known for his power, but boy, he can pass. I mean, from the right side, he can go wall to wall, and then you see Bradley backing up, losing his footing, and comes up short.
Bradley on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Rebote. Forehand by CRB. Jed reaches up, makes the catch. Excellent effort by Stan. That ball is tipped. 5 points for Jedden and Bradley here in the first set. Possible set point.
And just doing all the simple things well. Early in the season, we talked about just throw it cross the sidewall on the way back down and test these back quarters, especially lower ranked one. Jen doing a nice job there. 5-1 and a chance to take this opening set.
Low hard backhand by Stan, scooped up by Bradley. Stan on the backhand from the 9 line. Stan to the inside. Rebote for Jedden. Jedden, left side rebote. Caught by CRB. CRB to the inside. Bradley, excellent catch at the 7. Powerful throw follows. Rebote saved by CRB. Here's Bradley at the 7. Stan on the backhand. Wall to wall from the left side. Jedden. Forehand rebote. Stands there. Another powerful backhand by Stan. Rebote coming out. Stan makes this catch at the 8 line. Backhand. Wall to wall. 2-all by Jedden. Is out. 2 points for CRB and Stan of the fireballs. CRB serves.
Yeah, and Jedden seems to be back. You know, Rebote's been really solid throughout that point. Just trying to go for a 2-wall there, and it went a little bit wide. You know, it was a really tough matchup against Lalu the first time around. Here against CRB, much more manageable, but still you have to be careful because CRB will throw some shots. He's not afraid.
Powerful forehand by Bradley. Rebote, forehand by CRB, dropping. Bradley with the scoop. Rifles this ball. Rebote coming out. CRB, eyes on the ball, plays it outside. Lands out. Point and set for Jedden and Bradley. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set.
And you're hearing the Cyclones crowd getting a bit louder with every set win. There's Jedden and Bradley taking the first of match number 4. It is a 2-1 lead right now for the Cyclones. And again, the format's best of 7. The first team to win 4 matches will advance to the championship. Right now, 2 for the Cyclones. Are halfway to getting their 3rd. Still plenty of time left. Up next, we got Division 3 doubles. That's Urrutia and Ikeda against Inaki and Unda. And then we'll go to Division 2. That's Lalu and Nicholas against Jairo and Manu. At that point, if we are tied 3-3, then the tiebreaker match will be CRB and Ikeda against Jairo and Bradley. That was chosen by the Cyclones, being the higher seeded team of the 2 after the regular season.
That one, what I'm saying, you was there for it.
Also, don't forget, this is just the start of the day. We've got another full game day coming up at 7 p.m. between the Chargers and Renegades. Number 1 seeded Chargers, number 4 seeded Renegades. We'll do the same thing. All 6 doubles teams will play. We'll have a 7th match for a tiebreaker, and first 1 to 4 will take on the winner of this first playoff.
And of course, we are open to the public Friday evenings tonight, and then of course for the final. Doors open 6:30 p.m. and basically, you know, my opinion remains the same. If you live anywhere, Dade, Broward, or Palm Beach County, Monroe.
Depending on where you are in Monroe.
You can drive up from the Keys. Yeah. I know one person who won't. Sorry,
Northern Monroe County.
Yeah. Won't, but he may be watching. It's worth the drive. Definitely worth the admission. It's I mean, it's just such an electric atmosphere.
No, I think that's well said, Stu. Jen and Bradley coming into this one in really good form, too. They've won 3 of their last 4. And for CRB and Stan, too, they probably had the most impressive win of the year just last week against Gallo and Ben. I mean, they beat them 6-3, 6-3. And with that result, helped the Fireballs move up into the 3 seed and into this matchup against the Cyclones. See if they can get back to that old form. I remember last week, CRB was killing the point.
Yes, he was.
At a high rate. I mean, he was throwing a lot of shots. I mean, he needs to play that way to get back in the match here, and we'll see if he can do it in set 2.
We're ready to begin our second set. CRB has a serve for the Fireballs. Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Second serve is good. Here's Bragley on the right side. Straight back. Robote, that rebound off the back wall, saved by CRB. Floater, caught by Bragley. Big backhand by Bragley, wall to wall. CRB's on it. Rotate forehand, kicks up. Bragley's there. Stan from the backcourt, back to the inside. Rotate for Jedden on the wall, great save. CRB will take that on the bounce, almost. In and out of the cesta it goes. First point of the second set goes to Jedden and Bragley of the Cyclones. Jedden serves.
And there's 2 sides of thinking, right? I mean, number one is you just want to catch one more ball than your opponent. So if CRB's not comfortable, let it pass to Stan. But I'm thinking, look, the best way for the Fireballs to win is with some offense by CRB. That's the type of ball he's got to step in front of. He just needs to make the catch.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good.
Like it's a forehand in the middle of the service box. I mean, that's the golden zone for CRB to make a play.
CRB picks a serve, turns it quick. Passes backcourt. Jedden on the Robote makes the save. To the inside it goes, stands there. Robote. Robote forehand by Jedden. This time on the right side. Stan makes the catch. Beautiful catch by Bragley deep in the backcourt. That's a point for CRB and Stan. CRB serves.
Yeah, and that was just a major escape that time. He made a difficult catch moving towards the outside and then just never had full control as he went to make the throw.
Bragley from the forehand. Wall to wall, out to the Robote. CRB makes a save. Jedden reaches out, forehand. Plays it deep. Stan on the catch. Backhand to the inside. Bragley, tremendous catch. Behind the 9 line, powerful backhand. Robote for CRB. Bragley will take that on the bounce. Interference ruled. The point will be replayed.
Interference ruled. Again, 2-part process. You got to stop, put your hands up, and request interference. And also, you can't make an attempt to go for the ball. Did not seem like the Fireballs were going for it. Stan stopped. We'll replay the point here. 1-1.
Rotate forehand. Bragley makes the catch. Stan on the backhand. Stays to the inside. Bragley's there. Stan now on the right side. Jedden midcourt. Has it on the forehand. Lower to the inside. Bragley with a tip ball. 2 points for CRB and Stan. CRB serves.
And finally able to get one of these longer rallies to go their way. I mean, look, getting it on the floor in front of Bradley. He catches in the air really well, get it on the floor. So you're going to see a few more misses. I mean, smart shot. I got the lead back.
Bradley has that on the right side. Light touch. CRB gets there, returns it right to the corner. Bradley looking for the rebote. He makes the save. CRB on the catch. Karam is out. 2-2. Jedden serves.
So now even for me, I was calling for CRB to throw a few more shots. We need some offense. Well, now it's been like 4 misses in a row. You just got to hold up a little bit. And you don't need to be a hero and go for it. I mean, a drop shot, something that doesn't involve that much risk. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
when
a
your
make
shots
it or
aren't
break
working for you, back away from them, focus on your catching, and get it where your opponent's not.
And look, you got to think about the matchup too. Bradley's big, he's strong, but he also likes to stay deep in the court. A cortada is the most riskless throw here you can make.
This
See if they
particular
maybe-
match, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, maybe go back to that. I mean, just something different, not outside.
Stan on the catch, backhand, just in front of the 10 line. Here's Bradley, takes it in the air. Powerful forehand, wall to wall, rebote coming out. CRB on the rebote, goes to the inside. Bradley's there. Bradley now on the left side, backhand from the 10 to the outside, stands out there, makes the catch. Stand up high, backhand. Rebote for Jedden. Jedden, forehand rebote, straight back. Stan with the tip ball at the 8 line. That's a 3rd point for Jedden and Bradley. Of the Cyclones, Jedden serves.
I love the response for Jedden. You know, like we said, it was a very difficult matchup playing against Lalu his first time out today. Here against CRB, I mean, just feels a little more at ease. The rebote looks better, his power's back, and the consistency that he's established all season long in this division is poking through at the right time. 3-2 lead now for the Cyclones, right back in front.
CRB picks a serve. Outside placement scores. 3-3. CRB serves for the Fireballs.
Look, Jedden was charging down the wood. He had a good read on it, just couldn't make the catch.
Good confidence builder for CRB, though.
Absolutely. The Philo is where he did a lot of his damage last time out against the Renegades, too, so that's the last shot they want to see him get going.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Second serve is in. Here's Bradley. Powerful, powerful throw. Rotate coming way out. CRB. Hard to the inside. Catch by Bradley. Bradley again. Sends another one of the rebote. Back to the inside it goes. Scoop by Bradley. Here's the catch by Stan. Stan on the backhand. Rebote for Jedden. Jedden forehand rebote. This one caught by Stan. Stan makes that catch on the forehand. Back to the inside. That will score. 4 points for CRB and Stan. CRB serves.
Well, it's been a game of runs here, a 2-point run for each team, and now the Fireballs leading 4-3. And it's without a shot, playing to the inside, testing Bradley and Jedden both. I think they found something with this.
CRB on the catch. Here's the backhand.
Oh,
Rebote coming out. Jedden, eyes on the rebote, swing and a miss. A 5th point for CRB and Stan of the Fireballs. Possible set point.
huge backhand by CRB. never touched the overhead screen, and then a big lofting rebote. Those were the type that was tripping up Jedden in the first match. He hasn't seen a whole lot of them here, but that one, another miss, 5-3. Now 3 chances to win it for the Fireballs and push it to a third set.
Powerful, powerful forehand by Bragley. CRB, rebote, back to the inside. Bragley's there. Karam will score. A 4th point for Jedden and Bragley. Still possible. Set point for CRB and Stan. Jedden serves.
I think it was Inaki over in the cage telling Bradley to throw it. That comes up on CRB very fast. That long carom is really one of Bradley's specialties. A little dangerous at times, that one.
Less dangerous than some of the others I've seen.
But it just comes up on CRB so fast that it's really hard for him to adjust, and Stan is the only hope. He's not going to do much with it if he gets it outside.
Powerful backhand by Stan. Point and set for the Fireballs. Move on to a third and final set in just 2 minutes. So the Fireballs come back.
Split sets here. And a third set coming up for the first time. And this playoff game day, 2-1 lead for the Cyclones, but the Fireballs are hoping that it is a 2-2 tie after this match. CRB stepping up, Stan playing really well as he has all day. You know, and you look at the numbers of these two teams, if you're CRB, he's catching over 90%. Stan's right around 90%. They are the 2 highest catch rates of the 4 players on the roster. So to be throwing a lot of shots, maybe not the best strategy when they just started rallying and say, hey, if we just play them straight up, we can beat these guys. Well, that's when the Fireballs went on their run. I mean, they were down, what was it, 3-2? Winning 4 of the last 5 and able to get that second set. That's what they needed. And a big smile from Urrutia. #1 in the CRB fan club right now.
I guess that makes me #2. Huh?
You've fallen off a bit. You've been a little critical. He hasn't been too happy. But it's always fun when these two come out. I mean, 2 former football players. CRB was a receiver. Jedden was a cornerback. So, you know, they always have this rivalry. The offensive
Oh, there's no question about it.
It just goes way back, and you can,
It's friendly, it's positive. It's, you know, Jedden started the year before CRB did in the program. And just since the beginning, Jedden, not a fan of getting beat by any shot that CRB has to throw. But by the same token, it does seem to provide Jedden with a little extra motivation when he's out there. Kind of like when I announce with you, I make sure, you know, I'm on my A game.
It was a very hard-fought announcer battle, and Stu half a point ahead at the end of the year. I thought I had you this year.
We still no.
Regular season's over.
Yeah. I believe that. No, I believe that there's a final coming up. And I look forward to passing this microphone over to you, partially because it doesn't belong to me.
Well, we'll see. This is a big third set coming up. All the teams know what's at stake, and you know the Fireballs are looking. If they can win, it's a 2-2 ball game. If they lose this match, they go down 3-1. That would put them on the ropes. Big spot for CRB and Stan. Can they deliver?
We're ready to begin our third and final set for this match. Jedden will have the serve for the Cyclones. Jedden serves. We begin. Here's Stan. Backhand from the 6th line. To the inside at the sidewall. Jedden on the rebote. Stan advances. Wonky bounce off the sidewall. Stan handled it well. Stan from the forehand. Brings it over the top. Ball tipped in the backcourt. First point. A decisive third set goes to Jedden and Bragley, the Cyclones.
Yeah, Stan was eager to get started. He started moving up on that ball just before it crossed the sidewall, and then wasn't exactly where he thought it would be when it did cross. again, just a little antsy, but getting an important third set. Wants to make a play, but just being patient and let the ball come to him. Stan's been playing so well all day.
Illegal carom serve. First fault, second serve must be good. And by that, I mean the ball hit the sidewall before the front wall. CRB picks a serve, lined it up, out it went. A second point for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
And if you're throwing the philo, the one place you can't miss is wide. I mean, you got to force Jedden to make a catch. It's going to be a difficult play. It's coming up on him quick. It's very difficult to line it up because you're going straight outside. I mean, yeah, I mean, Simba, that's the only place you can't put that ball. I mean, if Jedden makes a catch, it's going to be very hard for him to kill it. But you're giving another one away early, and that's kind of been the story for the Fireballs.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good.
Story when it hasn't really gone their way. It's been a lot of unforced errors.
Stan on the backhand. Bragley stops it in the air. Stan from the 8 line powerfully. Rebote coming way out. Jedden eyes on the rebote. Plays it to the inside. Jedden for the rebote save. That's out. A point for the Fireballs. CRB and Stan. CRB has a serve.
And Jedden is walking towards the back wall as the rebote is coming in his basket. I mean, that's got to just throw off the timing a bit. Turned it into a 2-wall and just didn't stay in.
Low hard serve by CRB. Bragley gets it. Fires it back. Stan has it on the right side. Stan takes this in the air. Backhand to the inside. Bragley down low with the forehand. Great catch. Ball tipped in the front court. Third point for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about with the philo. If you're throwing it, test the weaker player. You just got to get it in play and force them to beat you. Don't give anything away at this level. Now
or at this point in the match.
I mean, with the playoffs, fourth match of the playoffs, I mean, it's not sexy. You know, people love the shots and they love the shot making, but it will pay the bills just making one more catch.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good.
And that's why still, if you're thinking about catching and throwing, that's the strength of this Fireballs team. They could still come back and take this match.
Stan on the backhand to the inside. Bragley's there. Stan again, backhand. This one passes, rebote for Jedden. Jedden, forehand rotate. That's out. A second point for CRB and Stan of the Fireballs. CRB will serve.
Yeah, well, now you got a left side rebote that went into the sidewall. You got a right side rebote that escaped. It's just all going wrong now on the rebote. Jedden just got to lock back in. He knows he can make these plays. Just got to trust himself.
That's an ace. 3-3. CRB serves.
That's a big-time serve. Crossing the sidewall just before Bradley can get up to it. And CRB quietly, he ranks second. That was his 19th ace of the year, tied with Echeverry, only trailing Lalu.
Rebote coming out. Rebote left side. That clips and lands out. A fourth point for Jedden and Bragley. Jedden serves.
Yeah, that's, you know, game of inches. That hits the front wall first. You're saying that's a pretty good rebote. Hits the sidewall first and give away a point. Cyclones back in front, 4-3.
Fault, underserve.
Stand on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Rebote comes to Jedden at the side wall. Difficult play. That ball is in play. CRB takes the floater, backhand to pass. Bradley looking for the rebote. Jedden's got it. Perfectly thrown inside by Jedden. That's a great catch and throw by Stan. Rebote for Jedden. He fires it wall to wall. Rebote left side, up the middle. Bradley stops it on the forehand. Hard throw. Caught in the air by Stan. Stan powerfully from the right side. Caught by Bradley. Low and inside. Stands there. Backhand from the 8. To the back wall. Out to the rebote. Jedden on the move. He makes a save.
Tough one.
What a catch by Stan. Bradley now from the 9. Catch by CRB. Backhand with control. Will score. 4-4 is the score. CRB serves.
Well, there's an example of the carom sometimes backfiring. I mean, CRB's there. He makes a catch and then floats it right along the sidewall as Bradley's trying to pick it off the numbers. Great defensive play. Big time. 4-4 in this third set.
Stan on the backhand. Bradley has on the right side. Comes over the top. Scoop attempt is tipped. 5 points for Jedden and Bradley. Possible match point.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot of scooping. Usually pretty good, but that rebote would have come out to CRB. Both fireballs there. That's a tough one to give away. Gives the Cyclones 2 chances. That's the most we can play.
Here's a catch by Stan. Backhand. Will pass. Jedden looking for the rebote. Left side to the inside. Scoop by Stan. Another powerful backhand. Wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Jedden saves another one. Scoop by Stan. Jedden sets up. Rebote forehand. Beautifully played. Scoop by Stan. Forehand. Caught by Bradley. Bradley up high with a fine catch. Ball tipped. Point set and a hard-fought match for Jedden and Bradley of the Cyclones, winning it 6-4 in the third set.
Oh, that's win number 3 for the Cyclones. You see the game day score in the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Cyclones need just one of the next 3 matches if they need it. Division 3, Urrutia and Ikeda against Inaki and Unda coming up in just a few minutes.
Let's do it, come on.
Game day score reflecting that third win of the day, courtesy of Jedden and Bradley against 6-4 in the regular season after an all-star nod last season for the Chargers. Jedden and Bradley, a great team for the Cyclones in season 9, looking to push them towards the championship. Take a look at some replays from match number 4. Tip ball early there, but you see the placement right on the numbers. You can see the Division 3 practice going on. Seeing Ikeda now in the backcourt alongside Urrutia against Inaki and Unda. Unda will make his way out there shortly. But we're going to go back to Jedden and Bradley. They are over in the cage. And a big win, the third one of the day for the Cyclones. Congratulations, Jedden and Bradley, guys. Tough match, got tight there late. But what was the conversation, split sets, before we stepped out there for set number 3?
It was just going back to doing what we were doing in that first set when we took it. But then we also had to switch it up a little bit because they were prepared for, that rebote. So we just had to make it tough for them.
Yeah, and Jedden, for you, a tough matchup first time around against Lalu, but you got the revenge here against CRB. How are you feeling about this Cyclones team just one win away from the playoffs?
I feel very good. Feel very confident. We got a great team out there with Unda and Inaki. That's send us home, Inaki and Unda. And go Clones, and RIP to my Aunt Margaret. I love you and we love you.
Awesome, guys. Well played, and good luck in this next match. Thank you.
Let's go, Clones.
And we'll see. Cyclones need just one, and maybe this will be it. Inaki and Unda with a shot at Urrutia and Ikeda with the Fireball season on the line. Urrutia and Ikeda, 5-5 this season. Well, Inaki and Unda, they were the class of Division III doubles. They finished up at 7-3. Now, pretty much the doubles matches between the Fireballs and Cyclones, they split 5 of the 6 levels of doubles. The only one where the Cyclones swept the regular season series was Division III. Inaki and Unda won both matchups, played earlier in the year. And the first one, take a look here, looked like that first one was back on March 3rd, and the rematch was on March 18th. So again, it's been about a month and a half since these teams have played. Urrutia and Ikeda have been on a little bit of a slide. They've lost, 3 of their last 5? And for Inaki and Unda, they're coming into this one riding a 3-match win streak. They've been confident. They've played well all season long. But can the Fireballs keep it going? They got Urrutia out there. He's been the star for them all year, looking to extend their season.
We're ready to begin our next match. Urrutia has a serve for the Fireballs. Urrutia serves. We begin. Ikeda, scoop behind the 10 line. Here's Unda. Unda crossing the wall at the 10 line where it scores. Well thrown. First point. The first set goes to Inaki and Unda of the Cyclones.
And Inaki and Unda have won not only both matches, but every set they've played against Urrutia and Ikeda this year. 6-5, 6-5 on March 3rd, and 6-2, 6-4 on March 18th.
Ikeda takes the ball down low, forehand. To the backhand of Unda. Unda fires it into the corner. Robote on the wall. Urrutia makes the save. Here's Unda. Unda again. Inaki has this on the forehand. Forehand played to pass. Robote coming out. Urrutia on the forehand. Robote. Ikeda with a missed ball on the left side. Second point for Inaki and Unda in the first set.
This is one of those situations where Ikeda actually has a much higher catch rate than Unda, almost 2.5 percentage points higher, but Ikeda does not do nearly as much damage as Unda does when he makes the catch. Unda, known for his power, may lack a little consistency, but it's the give and take of scoring points and giving a few away. Yeah, Ikeda may not score a whole lot, but he's going to give fewer away.
Here's the backhand by Unda. Robote. Robote forehand. Wall to wall. Inaki looks for it, sends it back. He passes. Robote forehand, straight back. Inaki. Forehand Robote. Robote's coming back out. Robote left side. Ikeda moves up, takes it in the air. Nice play. Unda, powerful backhand, caught by Ikeda. Unda again, blasts another backhand. Coming in hot, stopped by Ikeda at the 10 line. Inaki calls for the Robote. Urrutia has this one on the forehand. Plays it high. Robote to the outside. Good read by Inaki. Clean miss in the backcourt. Here's the catch by Inaki. Karam, out. A point for Urrutia and Ikeda. Urrutia has a serve.
Yeah, the Cyclones for a moment thought that Ikeda may have tipped this ball, but a clean miss. Inaki gets a chance. Boy, this Karam again, that's been the majority of the misses have been on the wood now. I mean, it just opens up. Typically, you had to throw the carom really hard into the sidewall. Now it's just going to open up naturally. You don't need to do it yourself so much.
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good. Unda with the powerful backhand. Ikeda down low, backhand from the 9 line. Little clip, Unda has it. Rutia calls for the rebote. Forehand rebote to the inside, into the corner. Iñaki makes the save. Ikeda from the 9 line. Unda from the outside, there's the carom. That scores. A third point for Iñaki and Unda. Iñaki serves.
Well, that's one reason why I don't want to send these balls outside in the air. Urrutia gets himself trapped inside. Unda's got to throw the carom like 100% of the time when he sees that. And executes it well. Didn't overthrow it, lands in, and it's going to open up away from the opposing front court of 2. You don't need to throw it so hard.
Ikeda has this one on the forehand. Crossing the sidewall, Unda with a fine catch at the 8 line. And again, powerful backhand. Rebote. Rebote to the inside, big bounce, brought down by Unda overhead. Unda now from the 9 line, keeps it on the inside, on the wall, Ikeda makes the catch. Unda on the right side, powerful forehand. Low and hard from the left side of Unda, backhand now from Ikeda. Iñaki midcourt, Cortada. Caught by Ikeda. Iñaki calls for the rebote, plays it from the left side. Kicks off the sidewall. Fine catch by Ikeda. Unda, powerful backhand. To the corner it goes out to the rebote. What a catch by Ikeda. Juggling ruled. That ball bounced inside the cesta. That's a 4th point for Iñaki and Unda. Iñaki serves.
Yeah, I mean, typically you're only going to see that on right-sided catches in the backcourt. It's very difficult for the official to see anything on the left, but the right side kind of open up the basket to him, and that ball lost contact with the basket, the base of the basket at some point. Now up 4-1. Rutia struggled in the first match. Ikeda's had 3 misses here early. Just got to get back on track, but you don't need it here in the first set. You got 2 out of 3 to work with. Even if they give this one away, you're still right in it.
Ikeda from the right side, crossing the wall. Iñaki for the rebote. Plays it high and inside. Ikeda reads it. Here's the backhand from the 7 line. Unda's there. Unda has this on the forehand. Over the top, firing it. Rebote saved. Play to the outside, big bounce. Oh my, what a catch by Unda. Returns with control. It's a 2-wall. Stopped by Urrutia. Urrutia going through 3-wall play. And that scores. That's 2 points for Urrutia and Ikeda. Iñaki and Unda with 4.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a big 3-wall play, and that's one of the shots. I've been looking for more teams to throw that. You bounce it off the floor, get it over the opposing front quarter's head, and they don't have a shot. You saw, obviously, Iñaki fell down there, but I don't know if he would have gotten to that ball anyway. There was so much power and so much pace behind the ball. But he gets a second for the fireballs, most importantly.
Urrutia, great catch, backhand. Robote coming out. Nyaki, eyes on the Robote, sends it to the inside. Ikeda, fine catch. There's the backhand return. Unda on the right side. Urrutia calls for the Robote. Unda moves in. Low and hard from the right side, caught by Ikeda. Unda with a fine catch. Backhand by Ikeda to the inside. Unda's there. Ikeda from the right side. Unda reaching behind and makes the catch. Unda has this catch on the right side. Excellent play by Urrutia. Robote to the inside. Inyaki's there. Wall to wall. Urrutia up to the 2 line, sends it back, crossing.
Tough one.
Outside placement of the Robote will score for Unda. Iñaki and Unda have 5 points. Possible set point for the Cyclones.
Well, I love Unda's willingness to get out there for the Robote. I mean, he's not going to let the ball touch the floor if his life depends on it. And it acts as an outside placement. There's a tough scoop for Ikeda there where the service line is. And that is a low percentage play. You don't see many scoops made out that direction. 5-2 and a chance to win this opening set, push the Cyclones closer to the championship.
Ikeda on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote forehand. Ikeda's there. That one played high. Robote coming out. Iñaki, eyes on the Robote, fires it straight back. What a catch by Ikeda. Unda chooses to play that on the left side. Low runner. Scooped up by Ikeda. Ikeda on the backhand. Unda lets it pass. Iñaki's there, wall to wall from the right side.
Amazing adjustment.
Here's the backhand by Ikeda. Catch by Unda. Oh my, what a catch by Ikeda. He plays this one lower. Inaki goes down on the left side to make the play. Unda on the backhand to the inside. Urrutia up the wall, and he comes down with the ball. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Point and set for Iñaki and Unda. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player second set, rather.
Let up off the gas.
Lost track of sets.
You know what, Stu? It's getting late here, and could be the last set of the first playoff, depending on how it goes. Remember, once the first team wins 4 matches, we're done. The Cyclones have 3. They got the first set. All they need is one of these next 2 to advance to the championship.
I'll tell you something. If those, we know that we have a number of fans out there. They write in. We occasionally get a chance to see them every now and then. It's always good to see fans of the show. And we have something very important going on here right now besides the highlight, besides the semifinals. Do you know what?
There could be nothing more important than that.
There is. There is an engagement.
Oh, you know what?
This is right. Andrew finally
it's
popped the question. He did. And I'm going to tell you something. I've been thinking about it for a long time. It wasn't difficult to say yes. It wasn't. I had to think about it, and he comes with a really good dowry. So that's right. There's going to be a merger of
eggs and labels. Yeah, they make a. That's good stuff, Stu. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. But you're right. Not more important than the highlight that we're seeing out there, because it could potentially be it for one of the team seasons. Fireballs could go down right here with this second set. And, probably pretty happy that they got Urrutia out there. As we said, 7-3 alongside Nicholas in Division 1, 5-5 alongside Ikeda here in Division 3. And, you think about a Division 2 ranked player playing as your number 1 front quarter. I mean, Urrutia is just the perfect guy.
He can go on fire anytime. And, that's one. He hasn't had the best day today, but. And by the way, it's not me, but congratulations on your.
Thank you, Stu. I appreciate it.
Lucky young lady. She is.
We'll see here Second set just about ready to begin. Yeah, and for Ikeda too, hasn't been his best day. Couple of misses in the first match. You're not too worried about Division 4, but then here in Division 3, 3-4 misses, that's not going to get it done.
We are ready to begin our second set. Urrutia has the serve for the Fireballs.
Inaki just telling him to lock in. Got one more set here.
Here's the serve. Our second set has begun. Unda, backhand to the inside. Ikeda's there. Ikeda from the left side, straight back in the middle. Unda returns with the left side. Ikeda from the 10 line. On the wall, Unda from the 8. High and hard to the back wall. Robote comes right up the middle. Robote fired by Urrutia. Caught by Unda. Urrutia follows it back to the 8 to make the play. Powerful backhand. Robote coming out. Forehand Robote by Iñaki. Dropping and caught by Ikeda. Ikeda from the right side of the 10 line will pass the front quarter, and Unda's there. Unda, let's go. This backhand. Robote coming way out. That's floating on the wall. Iñaki makes a save. Drop shot. Scores. Well played by Iñaki. A beautiful shot. Start things off in the second set. First point goes to Iñaki and Unda Cyclones.
Well, it's not the first time he's thrown this shot today. He makes a catch. The opposing front quarter's darting to the net, protecting the 2-wall. What does he do? Just drops it inside. It's so much easier for Urrutia to continue his momentum and make a catch going towards the net than it is to stop, adjust, and sprint back inside. He just can't, and Urrutia's the quickest guy on the roster. One of the quickest. Not going to declare that yet.
Oh, you need to be careful with that. Some
one
of the guys
of,
in the back.
one of the quickest.
Yeah, among.
Throw the qualifier, something.
Ikeda moves up, forehand to the inside. Unda's there. Unda from the 7 line. Unda moves outside to keep it on the backhand. Robote. This one taken on the right side of Unda. Unda powerfully from the forehand. Wall to wall. Robote forehand by Urrutia, wall to wall. Iñaki sets up for the Robote. Catch by Urrutia. Rifles this inside. Oh my, with a hop. Unda makes a great catch. Ikeda sets up, backhand. Little clip. Iñaki has it mid-court. Cortada, read by Ikeda. Ikeda moves in. He passes. Robote on the inside. Iñaki's there. Wall to wall from the forehand. Robote forehand. Straight up the middle. Robote left side. Kicks. Caught by Urrutia. Urrutia powerfully from the left side. Karam. Caught by Urrutia. Urrutia fires this one, and Unda makes a great catch. Ikeda keeps the point alive. Urrutia. Splitter. Taken on the bounce by Unda. Urrutia on the forehand. Hard to the inside.
Yeah.
1-1. Urrutia serves.
Well, the one thing that you can see now is the fatigue. Unda a little gassed, and Urrutia, I don't think he has a fuel tank. I think he just keeps on going, as does Ikeda. So that is something to monitor if we move through. The condition, Urrutia seems good, Ikeda seems fresh. And Unda, again, was laboring a bit on that point. Robote comes out to him, and just a swing and a miss. Not a common mistake from him.
Low hard serve by Urrutia. Robote. Forehand Robote to the outside, dropping. Inaki makes a save. Ikeda takes that on the bounce at the 9 line. Back to the inside, coming in high. Ikeda on the backhand. Caught in the air by Unda. Unda powerfully from the left side. Ikeda. Here's the backhand by Urrutia, caught on the forehand of Unda. Unda, wall-to-wall from the forehand. Urrutia is there. Back to the inside. Gonna kick. Iñaki makes a save. Urrutia has it. Rifles it from the forehand and scores. 2 points for Urrutia and Ikeda. Urrutia serves. Wow, he threw that hard, huh?
Yeah, Unda went down hard too, but forehand here, full wind up, blasted inside, can't see it as it's coming at him, and then the rebote is there. He always falls down pretty hard. Broke a basket in their last match on a fall down rebote. So it's honestly been a pretty impressive performance from Unda. We haven't even mentioned working through a new piece of equipment.
Powerful serve by Urrutia. Urrutia reaching up and making a fine catch, a difficult catch overhead mid-court. Rebote left side. Unda looking for the rebote. Ikeda makes a save, keeps it safe and inside. Inaki moves in, but Unda picks it up. Blasts the backhand. Unda on the catch. That's a long cortada stopped by Ikeda. It ceases to be a cortada at some point, just not sure when. Powerful forehand, hard throw quickly back to the inside. Unda makes a great save, shoots straight to the outside. Somehow or other, Urrutia came up with that ball, returns it to score. 3 points for Urrutia and Ikeda. I mean, let's take a look at this replay because Urrutia did something with this right side that's a little unusual.
He really just finished it kind of strange.
Exactly.
Huh?
He got a full follow through.
Gets it to open up maybe a little more off the back wall,
Absolutely.
And he got it into the net.
Or at least when it hit the floor, no question. Spin was a bit different because that dropped in and scored. Powerful, powerful serve by Urrutia. Ikeda from the 9 line. Little clip. Caught by Unda. Urrutia calls for the rebote. High and inside. Iñaki. Forehand rebote save. Rebote coming out for Urrutia. He fires it wall to wall. Iñaki on the run. Back to the inside. Straight back. Urrutia calls for it. Iñaki has it. Winds up. Costado. Stopped by Urrutia. And the cortada scores on the return. 4 points for Urrutia and Ikeda. Urrutia serves.
Well, you can't feel good if you're a Cyclone. I mean, Urrutia has been everywhere. That was a pretty good 2-wall. Picks it right off the net. He's playing the entire width of the court and really about 80% of the length of it, too. He's called off Ikeda on a number of catches that Ikeda stepped in front of. But now, look, if Urrutia wants the ball,
let him have
the ball. I mean, he's going 1-on-2, and he's trying to take over and push his team into a 6th match.
Fault. Underserve. Second serve must be good. Fine line, no pun intended, between that underserve and just sneaking it in.
Yeah.
Just past the underserve with a lot of power. Excellent catch by Urrutia. Backhand. Caught near by Unda. Urrutia back to the inside. Unda's there. Ikeda. Fine catch behind the 10 line. Lifts the backhand. Urrutia from the right side. Hard. And caught by Unda. Unda. Backhand. Caught by. Tipped by Urrutia. 2 points for Inaki and Unda. Iñaki serves.
Yeah, and that one I think we can pretty definitively say just took his eye off of it as he went to make the throw. He was looking up, seemingly had it in the basket, but just was not there.
He did have a face full of another front quarter that was there.
Yeah, and Manu.
Wow, Manu.
Manu's coming out there to talk to Unda. Give him a breather, help settle him down.
I don't know about a breather. He seemed pretty serious. That seemed to be a pretty serious interaction. I was intimidated to read lips.
You don't see it too much.
No. Kate on the catch. Here's the backhand. Iñaki, rebote. Ikeda from the 8 line. Iñaki now from the 8 on the backhand to the inside. Ikeda's there. Iñaki on the backhand. At the side wall, Ikeda makes the play. Unda over the top. Big bounce. Brought down at the back wall by Ikeda. Balls to the inside. Iñaki makes the play. That kicked up, and it scores. 3 points for Iñaki and Unda in the second set. Iñaki serves.
Yeah, Rutia had a chance. He let it pass, but with how well Ikeda's been playing the last set, I mean, that's just one that he needs to bring in. I mean, with the season on the line late, they're up a few points. It's close to the wall. It's kind of floating, but there's not much margin for error now if you're a fireball. The lead was 4-1 and very quickly 4-3.
Forehand by Ikeda is caught. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall, played by Arrutia. Iñaki makes a save, Arrutia attacks, winds up. Drop shot to the inside, will score. 5 points for Arrutia and Ikeda, possible set point.
Well, everything has been powerful. Everything's been moving 1,000 miles per hour. And then he has the finesse and the touch to drop this one just above the pad and keep it close enough to the side wall where Inaki couldn't get there before the second bounce. Yeah, I mean, whatever was troubling Arrutia earlier on, he seemed to overcome that. He's played really well and given the team a much-needed lift in this second set.
Powerful, powerful serve, caught by Unda. Here's the backhand by Unda, caught near by Ikeda. Ikeda from the forehand. Unda, over the top. Ikeda makes the catch. Arrutia gets in there fine, makes the catch. Here is Unda, big right side. That's a tough one. Arrutia makes a save. Iñaki has it on the forehand.
God, he slipped it.
Arrutia calls for it, puts it to the outside. Unda comes up with the catch. Long carom. That will score. Beautifully executed by Unda. A 4th point for Iñaki and Unda here in the second set. Still possible set point for Arrutia and Ikeda.
Well, now Inaki, I mean, doing some subtle fakes to try to get the ball past Arrutia to the inside. I mean, still can't get it by, but great offense can do a whole lot for your team, and that is a well-executed long carom from the outside. Couldn't pick that one off the net. Extends the set at least a point. Cyclones hoping this is the last one they play today.
Ikeda, forehand, right up the middle. Unda makes the catch. Difficult catch by Arrutia. Powerful backhand, stopped by Unda on the right side. Rebote, Rebote to the inside, kicking up, and Unda's there. Low hard backhand, a bullet, stopped by Unda. Rebote, Rebote forehand. Costello to the inside. Rebote save with control by Unda. Well played. Ikeda makes the play from the backcourt. Rebote by Iñaki. Urrutia is there. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Stopped on the forehand. Long carom. Stopped by Urrutia. Urrutia powerfully from the right side. Oh. That is caught by Unda. Urrutia is there. Stops it. Costado the inside. Unda over the top. Scoop attempt is tipped in the front court. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 5-5.
Hey, match isn't over, Urrutia. It's not over. Oh boy. And Manu telling, oh my goodness, Urrutia thinks the match is over. Manu telling Unda to calm down. It's 5-5. Could be the last point of this game day. Might go to a third set. Everyone's fired up, and I get it, Stu. There's a lot on the line.
So if the Fireballs win this, we'll move on to a third and final set. If the Cyclones win this, match is finished.
Unda working hard, and the MVP of those last 2 points.
No question about it. Made some great catches.
Talk about some clutch play. You know, the Cyclones had a big decision whether to freeze Stan or Unda, and Unda showing the reason why he was kept. This is the 4th division player.
Ikeda from the forehand to the inside. Rebote.
Oh.
That ball lands out. Point, set, and match for Ikeda and Unda. Inaki and Unda, actually. And the Cyclones advance.
We did it, man.
So it was a hard-fought comeback. Cyclones. Guys, bring it in over here quickly. We'll talk to Inaki and Unda. Deserve a little bit of credit there. Guys, what a win. Congratulations. I mean, it was you two, Inaki and Unda, 7-3 this season. You beat this team twice in the regular season. How confident were you that you guys could get it done right there?
We have a lot of confidence. We understand each other really good. And we give our 100%. So this is the result.
Yeah, and Unda, for you, I mean, working so hard, clutch in those last couple points. How are you feeling about the carom and the way you finished that match?
I knew that was going to be tough because I had a very bad night. But no, it's true. And it was without current breath. But when the points are to be more exciting, I'm there, so I'm happy.
Awesome, guys. And we'll ask you one more thing. We'll ask Manu, team captain here. Manu, they say the hardest thing to do in sports is repeat as champions. Now you guys have the opportunity to do that next week. What's it going to take to hang that second banner in a row?
Yeah, this is true. This is very difficult. You can see the banner, no? Nobody had a back-to-back championship. So we are happy to be there. We are where we want to be there, and now, but you know, final we play final to win. So we're going to try to win the game. So very happy with the team.
Awesome, guys. Congratulations. Complete performance by the Cyclones. And that's not it for today. We got the Renegades and Chargers, but we'll see who's playing these guys in the finals. Join us at 7 p.m. We'll see you then.